Let me guess what your routine looks like. You post something online, then you wait. And what happens next? You check the likes, you refresh the comments, you peek at the views. Then 5 minutes later, you check again. Then again. Your mood rises and falls based on how perfect strangers react to your digital performance. Now, if that sounds familiar, congratulations. You're not living your own life, you're working for the algorithm, not your values, not your instincts, not your judgment, the algorithm. And if you think that sounds dramatic, stick with me for a few minutes, because once you see what this system is actually doing to your brain, you'll realize something uncomfortable. Most men today aren't thinking anymore, they're performing. Here's something most men don't understand: social media platforms are not neutral tools, they're behavioral machines. Every button, every notification, every little red badge on your screen is designed to do one thing: to trigger dopamine. Now, dopamine is the chemical in your brain that says, hey, that felt good. Do that again. So you post something, you get a few likes, your brain goes, nice, that worked. Next time you post something a little more provocative, more reactions, more dopamine. Soon you're not posting what you actually believe, you're posting what performs best. And slowly, without noticing, you've handed over control of your behavior to a math formula written by engineers you'll never meet. Your thoughts? Adjusted. Your opinions? Optimized. Your personality? Algorithm friendly. And that's when this trap snaps shut. Because the moment your behavior starts chasing reactions, your self-respect starts disappearing. Humans are wired for social feedback. Thousands of years ago, that feedback came from a small tribe, maybe 40 people, maybe 100. Now you can get feedback from 10,000 strangers before lunch. Your brain was never built to process that, so it does the only thing it knows how to do. It starts measuring your worth by attention. Views become validation. Likes become approval. Followers become status. And the numbers start controlling your emotions. 10 likes? Oh, it feels good. 2 likes? Oh, I feel terrible. Your entire nervous system is now reacting to metrics that mean absolutely nothing in the real world. Meanwhile, your actual life, your relationships, your ambitions, your instincts, all slowly move into the background because you're busy refreshing your screen. Now, here's where things get really dangerous. Once attention becomes the goal, you start performing. You exaggerate your opinions. You pick fights online. You say things you don't even fully believe because they'll generate engagement. You become louder, more extreme, more reactive. Not because it's true, because it works. And the algorithm rewards it. But something strange starts happening. The more attention you get, the less you recognize the person creating it. You look at your content and you think, is that actually me? And the answer is often no. It's just the character that performs best online. That's the moment a man stops living as himself and he starts living as a brand. Let's talk about the real price of this, because it's not just wasted time, it's identity damage. When your behavior constantly adapts to the audience reaction, your internal compass weakens. You stop asking, what do I actually think? Instead, you ask, well, what will get engagement? Now, that seems harmless, but over time, it rewires your brain. You become hesitant in real life. You second guess your opinions. You wait for social approval before taking any action, because your brain has learned one dangerous rule: my judgment doesn't matter unless people respond to it. And once that belief sets in, you're not leading your life anymore. You're being pulled around by invisible strings, just like a puppet. Now, here's the uncomfortable question. If social media disappeared tomorrow, if likes and views vanished overnight, would you still know who you are? Would you still believe the things you say online? Or would you suddenly feel lost? Because if the answer is, I don't know, that means the algorithm isn't just influencing you, it's defining you. And a man whose identity depends on a software system built for advertising revenue is not a free man. So, how do you break this trap? First, start separating expression from reaction. Post something you genuinely believe. Then don't check the responses for a while. Let your nervous system detach from the dopamine hit. Second, start noticing when you're altering your behavior for engagement. If you catch yourself thinking, this will get more attention, ask yourself, is this actually true? Third, rebuild your instinct. Make decisions offline. Speak your opinion in real conversations. Act on ideas without waiting for digital applause. Your judgment gets stronger the same way your muscles do, through use, not through audience feedback. So here's the test. If nobody reacted to anything you do, would you still do it? Most people wouldn't. That's the part they don't want to admit, because the algorithm isn't just controlling what you do, it's starting to control how you think. And once that happens, you don't just chase attention, you start reacting to everything around you on command, like everyone else. We'll get into that next.